And welcome everybody, Don Giannetti, lighting-essentials.com and project52prosystem.com. At Project 52, we teach you how to be a commercial photographer using 52 different assignments, 52 different live critiques, and a whole lot of extra stuff to take you from wanting to be a commercial photographer to actually being a commercial photographer. I have a very large following on Project 52. I've been doing it for 11 years. I have many working photographers who started in my class. We're going to be doing a little bit of promotion for the next class coming soon. But for now, we're going to look at candy. We're doing a free assignment over at Lighting-Essentials, a free workshop that is, and food. And this week it's candy. And so I've got 6 really nice shots here with the way they did them, so that you see something you like, you can jump in and do it yourself as well. This is first shot is Isabel Castillo here, and these little very pastel colored little candies floating around here. She just sort of tossed them in there and kept shooting until she got what she wanted, which is kind of cool. Don't you love the light being all bright like this? It's so bright. It's over bright. It's washed out, but that gives the pastel candy in here a heart of its own. You can see how all the lightness brings it right down into this center area. I think it's a really, really cool shot. And it was done very easily by simply blasting the light through this shoot-through umbrella down here, and she just kept bracketing until she got what she wanted. When she got what she wanted, she started throwing the candy in there and getting the candy the way to pop. I think, if I remember right, I think she said there was 2 or 3 images. These might be a different shot. These might be a different shot, that type of thing. But for the most part, it's just doing it again and again and again to end up with the shots. I think it's really, really cool. I really like it. And again, simple lighting. Black card to this side. Do you see what the black card does? When you look over here, see the little black edge? Right here, see how it gets a little bit darker down here? That helps set that edge apart. This dark area over here is the darkness that you'll see when we go back to the setup shot. This is called studio black. That is the part of the studio that doesn't have any light in it. This is a little bit more controlled over here. You can see that line, a little bit more controlled. She needed to do that in order to keep this glass from just fading into the back. Let's go back and look. We see the black card over here, and we can see the empty part of the studio. There's nothing happening over there, providing that studio black on the left side of the glass. James Adams, I think, bought about $1,147 worth of jelly beans or something like that. A lot of jelly beans. These are all Jelly Belly jelly beans, by the way. This is the good stuff, ladies and gentlemen, the really good stuff. And created his yellow brick road, a yellow jelly bean road up here. Terrific shot, added in the sky, blurred out the background just here, just a little bit to give us a feeling of depth. And it's just a fun picture, isn't it? Nice and bright. But what makes this stand out, I think, so well are these very nice highlights on every single little jelly belly that you can see. There's got this great highlight. And that's because James is using a very large light. He's using this huge scrim with a soft box. This is actually a strip box, gridded strip box going through the scrim. So that makes this part of the scrim here brighter than the edges of the scrim. And that also defines that highlight a little bit differently. See how you can see that highlight in there? It's not a soft edge highlight. It's pretty sharp, which is unusual for a scrim, but that's because he's got his box in quite close and he's not letting the light spread everywhere. He's using that crate to focus an edge right in this area here where I have the sample taken. It's really, really cool. It's a very nice shot, and I think James did a really, really good job. That was James Adams again. Joe Cosentino did something real modern. I really like this. Look at this. Can you imagine? Say, as I said on the class, I think Joe has a little bit too much time on his hands. This is really, really cool. Joe is a very good photographer in upstate New York, and I want you to look at how perfect his horizon line is and how perfect he's got these things lined up. Do you see that? Dead on. They have to be. It's part of the design of this photograph. It doesn't work if it's sloppy, folks. It doesn't work if it's sloppy. It either has to be dead on or off quite a bit. Take a look at the lighting. Camera's in a lay flat position. Lighting's just coming from the top of the Christmas tree, so to speak. Top that down with a large white card in very close to react as fill. Go back and look at it, and you can see how that bright light up top is working, and you can see how that white card is killing those dark shadows. So we're not allowing those dark shadows to appear where you would normally think with a light at that angle coming that way, that would be a pretty dark shadow there. Not allowing that by keeping that area filled really nicely with that white card. Super, super cool. Lael Robinson, these are definitely one of my favorite candies, and I can't eat candy anymore. It's one of those things that happen to you when you get old. Don't get old. Any of you planning on getting old, don't do that. It ain't what it's cracked up to be. Anyway, I can't eat them anymore, but these little cheese or little orange slices, I really love them. So he wanted a specific fall to them, and so he created it. These are actually on sticks coming into the scene, and then he just simply took the sticks out. Lovely shot. Got the plate reflecting the little items coming up here. All the orange. Notice the gradient here. Gradient. That's all created in camera, and made a fun little photograph. Here's how he did it. He's got those guys sticking in there in sticks, and it looks really, really cool. I think I can bring that up. Let me see if I can bring it up. Boom, 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 boom. You can see the sticks working in there, holding them up right where he wanted them, and then just take them out in Photoshop. That's why Photoshop was invented. No, it's really not why it was invented, but I can say anything. It's my video. Lauren Geetson created an ear of corn out of, you guessed it, candy corn. This is so well done. It's so much fun. The blue background just gives real power to these oranges and yellows, and the fact that he's lighting from one side, picking up this highlight gets a little dark here and picks up over here. He's got two lights going on here. It's really, really very cool. One light is I believe is just a simple fill. This is just a fill card in close with this main light coming from the left. Let's take a look. Yes, main light from the left. Notice he's got his softbox in very close to the scrim. And so that creates, as you can see on the scrim, a little soft edge to everything. Then the white card over on this side brought in probably just out of camera. Lael knows how to shoot. He knows how important it is to get in. This light is actually appears as though it's the main light because the corn hair kills the highlight from the left side. So we got a little light up on top, but he's exposing for the fill card. You see that? The fill card is the main light here, not the big scrim. The big scrim is simply providing the light source for the fill card to reflect. It's really, really cool. We all decided Lael had probably a little too much time on his hands too, but then he agreed with us. But anyway, really fine shot by Lauren. I'm sorry, not Lael, Lauren Geetson. Lauren, nice shot, sir. Ron Mayhew shot M&Ms, and as you can tell, very, very large light source. Can you see the light source on top there? The light source is as big as the M&M itself, and that's what gives this shot such an interesting flavor. Just an interesting feel to that huge light source. It's very clean, it's very soft, it's almost liquid. The other thing that works really nice is it's focus stacked. Can you tell that? That's in focus, that's in focus. It's focus stacked all the way through the shot. It's really a nice shot. It's very well done. The technique is great, and I love the lighting on it. Let's take a look at the lighting itself, which is a scrim, big scrim right down on top of those guys. Right down on top. Then a softbox is brought in, but notice the distance from the softbox to the scrim. The scrim is actually a little bit smaller than the softbox, so the entire scrim is being lit. This is like having a triple scrimmed light. You can see the scrim inside the softbox. See it in there? So that's one scrim. That's scattering the light, hitting the second scrim, which is the front of the softbox, scattering the light, going into a third scrim and scattering the light. Let's go back and look what it did. Isn't that gorgeous? It's just really, really clean. This is Ron Mayhew, and just a great shot. We're almost at the end of the food course, but if it's something you're interested in, watch this channel because we'll be doing a tabletop course in January. I don't know exactly yet when, but it will be in January. It'll be focused on the table, and I hope that that you join us. There's no credit card, there's no sign up, there's no email. We don't ask anything of you yet. We may, by the time January gets here, we may ask that, but for now we're not doing that, and we probably won't do it in January either. I just want to say we may because you never know how Facebook or any of these things are going to change their rules for us. So Lauren Geetson, great shot here. Leo Robinson, Joe Cosentino, James Adams, and Isabel Castillo. Thanks for coming along. I hope you enjoyed it. Check me out over at project52prosystem.com, or you can check my own website, dongianetti.com. You can check it out down in the bottom here in the description. If you like it, hit the I like it button. If you don't like it, you can hit the I don't like it button. That's cool too. Y'all have a great one, and I'll see you next time.